welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. I'm Allison Donnelly, and today is Monday, December 3rd.
And I'm Rob Churnside, or what's left of him. We had a grueling experience at the parade, Allison.
We did, but it was great. It was a long wait to get started.
Yes, it was
Very
a long
cold.
wait.
And you could not sit still.
No, I walked around. I saw a lot of the other floats,
Yeah.
and saw some people I knew, and
You know everyone. Everyone knows you.
pretty much. Even people I don't want to know me. But we found people to come on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going to be showing them here on 30 at 6, so you got to stay tuned for that. But it was grueling. I had to go home and take a nap.
Yeah, I did too. So, as our viewers know, we have a good neighbor of the week that we like to honor every week. And this week's good neighbor, we also should say happy birthday to, because Sadie Burge turned 9 last week. And she and her mom have a tradition where they spend the day doing something kind for a stranger on the day of her birthday, which is really cool to begin with. So this year, their plan was to go to Rise and Grind Cafe, which is the new coffee shop in Rising Sun, and get a gift card to give to a Dollar Tree employee that had been very kind to Sadie at some point in the past. And so they pick up the gift card and they go to Dollar Tree, and they were going to deliver the gift card, but the particular employee wasn't there that day, so they gifted the gift card to a man that they met in the parking lot. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out and say happy birthday to Sadie Burge.
Happy birthday, Katie.
Sadie.
Sadie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Deaf. Anyway, I did recuperate from the parade, and it's just the start of the holiday season.
Yeah. It's really starting to feel like the holidays. Well, it is Hanukkah, the second day of Hanukkah.
And, of course, Pearl Harbor Day comes in there this Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And rumor has it that we might be having a special guest
Yes.
on the show.
A very special, jolly, round guest.
In red, with a beard.
Yes. Yep. So word on the street is that Santa will be gracing the studios of 30 at 6 next week.
Can't wait.
Yeah, so stay tuned. And now for the news. Despite the threat of rain, the Cecil County Christmas Parade made its way down Main Street Northeast this past weekend. 140 organizations and businesses participated this year. Thousands of people lined the town's Main Street to watch marching bands, scouts, fire companies, and hosts of organizations and businesses. Cecil TV's camera was there, and there will be highlights later in the show. Councilman Bill Kautz and Al Miller, Sheriff Scott Adams, Register of Wills Lynn Nickel, judges of the Orphans Court Bob Amato, Carolyn Crouch, and Bill Harris, and Board of Education members Christy Stevens, William Malish, and Diana Hawley were sworn into office at noon today at the Upper Chesapeake Ballroom of the Northeast Fire Hall. County Executive McCarthy delivered the keynote address, and both the Northeast High School Orchestra and the Rising Sun High School Chamber Choir performed for the audience. Governor Larry Hogan has declared that Maryland state government agencies and offices will be closed on Wednesday, December 5th, to honor the late President George H.W. Bush. This declaration coincides with a national day of mourning, federal government closure, and a memorial service for President Bush at National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., which Governor Hogan will attend. Coming up, we have another visit by County Executive McCarthy, Parks and Rec's Kim Gallaher and Trish Sexton, and this month's library segment featuring Allie Charles. So stay tuned after these messages.
Oh no, the furnace is on the fritz again.
This time I'm calling the moon man.
Wow, he's here already?
At your service. There you go. Mission accomplished. Our house is nice and warm again. Thanks, Moon Man.
You're awesome.
You're welcome. Just go to moonairinc.com.
For out of this world service, moonairinc.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sam Charles. For 30 years, I have been practicing functional medicine and gentle chiropractic. Elkton Chiropractic Neurology is dedicated to enhancing whole body rejuvenation, whether or not you are afflicted with injury or disease. We utilize a structural, neurologic, metabolic, nutritional, and energetic approach to restoring your body to its full potential.
After coming to Dr. Charles, I'm better than I was before.
You deserve to feel good and to have an active lifestyle, so why not call Elkton Chiropractic Neurology today?
Welcome back to 30 at 6. As we started last month, we have a new segment called Dialog with Leadership, in which we bring Dr. Allie McCarthy, or another leader in Cecil County, in to give us an update on what's been going on. Allie McCarthy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much for the invitation to come.
Of course. You took some time in your speech at today's inauguration to lament the partisan discord and lack of civility going on in politics at the national level. As we mourn the passing of a president who valued dialogue and civility so much, is it a lost cause, or can we find a way back?
No, it's not a lost cause, and we need to find our way back sooner than later. We basically have to realize that this is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And in order to do that, we basically have to meet somewhere in the middle, and we cannot be punishing people for not agreeing with the ways that we want to see things done.
Do you think the way back starts at the local level?
It's always good to work more at the local level because you get to see people and hear their interactions. But the thing is most of the problems as I see it right now are having come from the upper levels where these people are self-serving and they're really not taking care of their responsibilities to serve their constituents.
What issues do you see taking shape as the most important in Cecil County in 2019?
Basically, one is a continuation to install the infrastructure on the Route 40 growth corridor. That includes the water, the sewer, and internet fiber. The gas line is pretty much completed, which goes from Elkton all the way to Perryville. In order for us to continue to develop the county in a sensible fashion to generate income, we have to diversify our basically revenue base, which means bringing in new businesses. And by doing the infrastructure work, we will attract new business. That's the most important thing. Other issues would be, and this is maybe pushing it would be to basically continue to make the interchange available on Belvedere Road and I-95. We need to do the NEPA study, which is underway. I think that most of the work has been done to find ways to finance this. We have tremendous amount of growth going on right now, as you're well aware. We brought in Lidl, True Air, Amazon. We have a number of other very significant prospects coming to Cecil County, and these are all dependent on having the necessary infrastructure to support their business.
About the interchange at Belvedere Road, the purpose of that would be to allow trucks heading to Cecil County distribution centers direct access to industrial parks so that they're not causing congestion and wear and tear on our roads.
That is correct.
What is the status of those negotiations?
Well, they're pretty much in order. I mean, the thing is the road that the trucks will have to stay on the local state roads, which is Route 40, 222, 272, and 279 until this interchange is built. Once that happens, the roads will have direct access to I-95, north or south.
And what kind of timeline do you think we're looking at?
I'm hoping that everything could be over and done, completely built and operational within 3 years.
Can you bring us up to speed on the developments at Brantwood Park?
Yes, the major issues right there, basically we have a study going on to see how to best develop and utilize Brantwood Park on the south side. The north side is currently available as a walking path, and that's coming along quite well. They basically are not going to do any significant development until we have the entire program and plan in place, and then we'll develop it as we have the resources to do so.
Going back to infrastructure for a moment, is there any information available about the bridge construction over the Amtrak tracks in Northeast? The progress seems to have stopped.
Yes, it did. The second contractor walked off the job, and the thing is they're trying to basically sort out all the different issues, see who's responsible for what, and then come back with a sensible plan to make it functional again. But I suspect it'll take 2 years to get that done.
Is there anything else we've missed?
Well, probably the biggest issue in Cecil County right now, I'm sorry to say this, is the opioid epidemic.
Right.
That continues to go on in spite of all that we've done. We right now have had over 600 overdose calls. Each one of those cost a number of thousands of dollars to basically attend to, and it's not getting any better. Everything that we've done is basically all for naught. I mean, we work very hard. The police officers put in a tremendous amount of time, as long as the emergency services. But these people, once they get on these drugs, are hard to get them off. We're basically trying to reevaluate the ways we're going to deal with this. I think that prevention and education is truly the only way out, and basically try to provide the necessary services to those addicted to try to get them off of the drugs. But that's going to be a very long and time-consuming process.
Well, that and many other issues we'll be watching in 2019.
Yes, there's many. There's never a shortage of things to do.
County Executive Alan McCarthy with Dialog with Leadership. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so very much. Okay.
Hello. Happy holidays from the Cecil County Public Library system. My name's Allie. I'm the Reader Services Librarian here at the Elkton branch. And today I want to talk to you about the books that I have purchased for my friends and family this holiday season. So, I have 6 books here. I'm going to start with My Sister, the Serial Killer, which is the book that I bought my sister. I bought it in part because I think it's hilarious, the title, I mean, but also because it's just that good. There's been so much literature coming out of Nigeria in the last 10 years that I've been just continually impressed by. It's really great. And I think this might be my favorite. It's funny, it's very dark humor. And it's about a woman whose sister has this unfortunate habit of killing her boyfriends. So I love it, and I think my sister will like it too. I also got her Where the Crawdads Sing. Now this book is a little different. It's more of a mix of things. It's part murder mystery, it's part coming of age, it's part an ode to nature. It takes place off the coast of North Carolina in a small town in the late 60s. And it's about a girl that they call the Marsh Girl, who she lives alone, sort of, due to family issues. And really her family is the nature that she surrounds herself with. It's a beautiful book. Everyone that I've talked to that has read this book has raved about it. It was picked as a Reese Witherspoon book club pick a couple months back, and I'm really excited to read it. So that's partially why I bought it for my sister, so that I can read it after she does. Okay, and then for my younger brother, he studies math and physics, so he loves science. And I wanted to get him something else that would be interesting to him because it's scientific, but also I know that he loves a good book. So I got him 9 Pints, A Journey Through the Money, Medicine, and Mysteries of Blood. So it's a microhistory about blood, and it goes through the history going back from bloodletting as a form of treatment in ancient times to creating synthetic blood in the here and now. It's beautifully written, and Mary Roach, who is the queen of microhistories, she did Gulp and Stiff, she calls this book, Bloody Hell, This is a Good Book, which is a great blurb. So I think that he'll like it. And if he doesn't, oh well. For my mom, I got her a cookbook, and it's Yotam Olengi. He has written, I think, about 5 other cookbooks, and this is his most recent one. It just came out about a month ago. It's entitled Simple, and all of the recipes in here are simple recipes, but the way that he determines that how they're simple is a little different. So they're sometimes simple in terms of, it only takes 30 minutes to create a recipe, or maybe they're simple because they only have 10 ingredients. So each recipe tells you what kind of simple it is, and they're also all Middle Eastern inspired recipes. And my mom loves those kinds of flavors, and I was looking through the book and it looks amazing, so I hope she invites me to dinner. Okay. For my father, he loves sports, particularly football, and he loves learning about regional history and having that insider knowledge. So I got him Collision of Wills. It is a book about the Baltimore Colts, and the relationship between quarterback Johnny Unitas and coach Don Shula, and how their relationship was a little, not the best, I guess you would say, and also how their relationship and how the Baltimore Colts like helped shape modern NFL and the culture at the time. And I got this when Jack Gilden actually came a few weeks ago to the Elkton Library for a book signing, and he wrote most of this book at the Elkton Library. So it's also a cool, fun fact. And then for one of my best friends, because she loves rom-coms, I got her The Wedding Date. This is such a cute, fun, kind of sexy book about a man and a woman who they get trapped in an elevator together, a perfect meet cute, and he's on his way to a wedding, and he asks her if she would mind being his date and pretend to be his fake girlfriend. And of course she says yes, because this is a romance book, and they end up kind of really being drawn together, even though they live, hours apart. They continue they make themselves back to each other, and it's just such a sweet, fun book. I love this author. She just came out with another book called The Proposal. So if you've already read this book and you loved it, definitely pick up The Proposal. So those are all the books that I have bought my family and friends, and I know that not all of these books are going to apply to your family and friends, but if you do have someone that you're searching for, that you're trying to find a book for, you can come into any of our branches. Any of our knowledgeable staff will be able to help you try to find a book that's right for that person in your life. And we also are going to have a live book concierge on our Facebook page next Friday, December 7th. From 2 to 4 p.m. So staff will be on standby, and you can just type in a comment about, oh, I don't know what to get my nephew that I've only talked to a few times. What kind of book should I get him? We can help you. So yes, so that'll be December 7th, 2 to 4 p.m. on our Facebook page. And again, if you need any help, please come into any of our branches. You can give us a call at the Elkton Library at 410-996-5600. And if you're interested in any of these books, we'll have them listed below. Thank you.
And welcome back to 30 at 6, where we have Kimberly and Trish going to tell us about a lovely event that's going to happen December 15th. Trish is from the Holly Tree Foundation, and Kimberly is from Parks and Rec. Trish, what's happening December 15th?
Well, December 15th is our Santa night with Ray of Hope. We'll be there with toys for the children, and we will be taking complimentary pictures with Santa. Kim is our photographer.
All right.
The event runs from 5 to 8 p.m. You can get your picture with Santa. You can, we have hot chocolate and cider and cookies, and then you can see Ray of Hope, and they'll have a toy and a stuffed animal for each child who comes.
So Ray of Hope will be on site with the toys.
Yes, they will
I
be
love
there.
Ray of Hope.
Yes, Courtney will be there with her staff. They're all hands on deck that night.
Just in case you think I'm not all that smart, I went to Ray of Hope today and got these Smarties, okay?
Well, they must have thought you needed
They're not working yet, but theoretically. Anyway, so the holly tree has a long history, right?
Yes, the tree was planted by a man, I forget his first name, Mr. Sentman, saw this little sprig on a fishing trip. And so he brought it back and he planted it where the holly tree stands today. And then when B&O Railroad eventually bought that property, it was a farm, and they first lit the tree in 1947. And the first lighting ceremony was in 1948.
Wow.
So we just had our 71st anniversary of the very first lighting. B&O continued to decorate the tree and light it until even after they stopped running passenger trains in 1958. They deeded the property to Cecil County in the early 70s. So in 72, the county took over and it's been run by volunteers ever since. There was a few dark years, but in 1985 it came back for good, and I've been doing it for over 20 years.
Nice. Well, thank you for your efforts. Now, Kimberly, the Holly Tree Foundation is under the umbrella of Parks and Rec for this event. Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. And we do a partnership, and we take the pictures, and then just in the last maybe 8 years, 9 years, we turned it to digital, where I have a digital chip in my camera that just takes it over to the computer, and then they assign it. We have 4 printers set up, so they get them printed out within about 2 minutes.
And boy, don't the kids love that.
They do.
We take, I'd say, about 300 pictures.
We took 300, I think 320 last year.
Well, I think they're calling for snow to be coming eventually. I know I did my scientific studies. We're going to have 11 snow events. It's proven. So that sounds like a great thing for the kids, and a nice collaboration between good outfits, county outfits, and 501c3 nonprofits. And if folks want to donate to the Holly Tree Foundation, how do they do that?
Well, they can contact Cecil County Parks and Recreation, and I'm the secretary-treasurer of the corporation, so all donations you can come down to the Holly Tree. We'll take your donation there. I do want to add that we will have a heated tent for this event, so it won't all be outside. So I want folks to know that you're welcome to come down to the event and bring a donation with you. That would be great.
Awesome. Now, I know, Kimberly, I got to ask you this. The Cecil County rocks. We have the Cecil TV rock, okay, that you inspired me to make. I'm not very artistic. I put a sticker on a blue rock. But
I thought you painted that.
Is Parks and Rec still doing that? No, I didn't paint that.
They haven't done them this in the winter time, but they did them in the spring throughout the summer.
Maybe next summer, huh?
Yeah.
And maybe you'll keep us posted on other Parks and Rec events as they come up.
Yes, yes. You
That'd
can
be
see them
great.
on Cecil Rec or cecilrec.com.
Okay.
That's where all the
That's not as fun as having you come in on the show, though. But yeah, lots of good stuff. We're really getting into the holiday spirit of things. And is there anything else that you would like to share with us tonight?
I think we've
we'll
covered
say
it.
Night.
Like we said in the parade, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you the 15th, 5 to 8 at the Holly Tree.
Yes.
Yep.
Halloween, glory, magic.
Merry Christmas!
Sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. You better be good for goodness